If you don't take care of your woman, I guarantee you somebody else out there will. Cause an unhappy woman these days is damn sure not hard to steal. If that girl that gave you a heart, then you better act like you want it. Cause every time she leave that house, another brother trying to get up on it. And you walk around here like you don't want it. Next thing you know, another brother gonna slip up in your bed, undress your girl and own it. When y'all was kicking it back in the day, you did everything in your power that you could to make sure that that girl was happy so you could spread your legs and penetrate her with that wood. And now she on followed up friends telling her that she feels so misunderstood because man is acting distant and he not treating her like he should, which means trying to steal your woman is gonna be a hell of a lot easier. And you'll notice that when she leave the house, she just start dressing a hell of a lot sleazier. You thinking she with her friends, but it's another girl out there pleasing her, telling her she pretty, making her feel special, mentally teasing her, physically squeezing her, and you sitting at home playing video games, happy because you got your house all to yourself, and there's somebody that got your mama bent over, he making her till he out of breath, but it's just the way the cookie crumble, and it ain't got nothing to do with the status of your wealth. If you don't give love, she'll give it herself, because love is critical to your woman's health. So if she belongs to you, stay on top of your game and try not to become no sleeper. You knew exactly what to do to get her, but now that you got her, what you gonna do to keep her? She might already be in love with you, but you gotta make her fall in love even deeper. That way you eliminate competition, because she'll think about you and she with other people. But don't listen to me, I'm just talking shit. Keep claiming that you a pimp, and watch her wreck another brother leave you alone in the bedroom limp. And some of y'all think if you treat a woman right, somehow they make you a wimp. But a woman, just like a company, if you quit your job, she'll hire a temp. And now you walking around looking crazy because you sexually unemployed, trying to holler at all these different women that other men had already enjoyed. You trying to get some ass when you had ass in the palm of your hand. The grass is always green on that other land, but sometimes it's green right where you stand. But most y'all don't even look at y'all grass until it's somebody else out there cutting it. You didn't even notice that shirt you bought last week, and now your homeboy about to unbutton it. You don't even play with us spot no more, and now you about to let him touch it. And one thing led to another, they impressed each other, felt guilty, but she still let him touch it. She's probably playing for piss poor performance, and being performing properly, and your boy's potentially pissed. And you neglecting them lips, eventually them lips gonna get kissed, and you still don't get the picture, eventually them lips gonna be dissed. And it's too late to go back and get him after them lips on his list. And I wouldn't want him back anyway if them lips been wrapped around his stick. Just call me the ghetto Dr. Bill, telling you the rules of the game, trying to give you some knowledge so you can avoid all of that pain. You've been calling her 24/7, all of them calls been in vain. You think the world of her now, but when you have, you used to complain about her cooking, how she dressed, how her sex really wasn't the best, how she got a low K-ass, but you wish she had more breasts. I used to have beautiful women, you feel like you selling for less. And now that she with somebody else, you look back and see that you was blessed. But it's too late for you to coulda, woulda, you was up in there like a booger. You been slacking on your woman and now he getting on your good sugar. And I ain't trying to be mean, but I really don't feel no pity because you had a good woman and used to make that girl feel real shitty. And she had a nice round ass and she had the right amount of titty. And every time you told me she cooked, I used to come over there and get it. And I like the way she dressed. As a matter of fact, I like the way her clothes fitted. And I hate to admit it, but it felt good when I hit it. See, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And you treat her like garbage, so brought me a whole lot of pleasure. And you really can't be mad because you the one that know me dinner. Used to call all kinds of bitches and you messed up that night you hit her. And now we about to get married and planning on having kids. You didn't take care of your woman, but guess what? I did.
Yo, what's up, NeoSoul? You know, I shouldn't even have to say anything because you already know just by looking who I'm in the presence of. You know you about to get drunk off some serious COLA RUM. What's up, COLA? The infamous COLA one-man show. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Do you remember before the party made you members? And you was much more than a number in this life of parody. Little boys, do you remember before the doctors had agendas and your mind wasn't so tender, or from the psychotherapy? Little girls, now corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. Corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. Corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. No, I'm not bad at it, just my dreams were plundered when I seen mama as a baby slumbered, operate and tinker with their brain, using the state of trauma as a safe and bomber to make them think they insane. Now life is honored through psychodrama that some psychiatrists frame, crossing vain claims with the brain game. It's the campaign that's ingrained. A covert bamboozle was copped for the nipple. An expert's approval replaces the popsicle. Crackpots and cripples outcrop from the ripple of psychotic dribble that boxes the fickle. Before auto suggestions and healing sessions, we dealt with our fears and doubts. Now we sound like adolescents in our everyday expressions that have spent their formative years on the couch. My psychologist says I'm fat because an empty childhood stimulates my hunger. Because corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. Corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. My therapist said my failure to go to the high school prom is the source of my moods of somber. Because corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. Corporations, your daddy professionals is your mama. Frustration from flawed acts, sadness, temptation, and small spats. They've made us patients to all that. They've made us patients to all that. We were raised on the raw stats and the theories based on so-called facts. From my observation, they all quacks. From my observation, they all quacks. Our papa, he knocked up and paid a doctor in a negligee. I read your mama's dossier, but what is papa's resume? Well, a daddy run the earth, daddy matrix. Daddy was birthed on 1886. Big banks raised him up for the revenue without accountability for what daddy do. Now this omen is his cop out, his bonus if he opts out. Opponents on the watch out, cause he's prone to take his cock out. Honer up the lockout, the loner and the clock out. Land on and all about, so draconian we shout, it's fatal. We know it's fatal. It's fatal. We know it's fatal. When we're retardedly nursed by childless experts and father to search the file in work as toddlers versed in the mildness of words. So as a bard I exert my prowess and blur. It's fatal. We know it's fatal. It's fatal. We know it's fatal.
Yo, you always got this prolific, energetic vibe about you. Where does your poetry come from?
From me, from my soul, my spirit. Man,
I mean, what's the inspiration? I mean, is it books you read, people you see? I know you are a people watcher, but before I'm getting all caught up in the mix. I'm just so because you got me so drunk. I forgot to let the people know. NeoSoul spoken word variety show. This is COLA RUM.
How y'all doing?
This is COLA RUM.
How y'all
the
doing?
Infamous COLA RUM. I know y'all seen this dapper chocolate brother around the way. Just in case I didn't display that information right away. I just got so caught up in the gumbo of all of it all. So please just definitely let the NeoSoul people who don't know who you are, give them a little intake on who you are.
COLA RUM, infamous COLA RUM. That's what the poet's name means, infamous. I'm a so-called spoken word artist. We take words and we turn them into music. We turn them into art. So that's my profession. I just take words and I turn them into art and talk about different topics and different societal problems or topics or different type of feelings that everybody's going through in life.
But you're like a walking soundtrack at the same time. You know what I mean?
I can use that.
Walking
soundtrack.
That's what I see when I see you. I'm like, this is a walking soundtrack. You just don't bring poetry. You bring lyrics and personality and characters and mentally you take people places. I remember you did a poem one time, and it started off possibly in France, and then you made love in the ocean over here, and it was just like, and you was like, but this ain't no love poem. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, and I remember that poem. I was just so at awe. And usually, I'm not a speechless kind of person. I was like, I'm drunk off the rum.
I'll try and get you drunk. But I guess it's just having a love for the art and really, really trying to separate yourself, because you got a lot of people doing it. So in order to separate yourself, you got to really, really take it to another level. So you got to, when you get on the stage, you can't, because everybody already have a picture in their mind what a poet is or what a spoken word artist is. Somebody gonna come, they're gonna get on the mic and they're just gonna start talking. So in order to make yourself valuable out here, you got to take it to another level. So when people see you on stage or see you somewhere, they gonna say, okay, I cannot do what he just did. So that's how come when I get on stage, I just go into another level. I go bring acting, jokes, dance, and then I bring everything with it. But at the same time, they saying he's entertaining me, but at the same time, he's talking about a serious topic.
Right.
I just want to say what's up to Neo Soul. Send you all a lot of love and a lot of blessings and a lot of love from out here in LA. Mwah.
This is Victor Williams from LA, representing the King of Queens and the ABFF.
You didn't mean what you started. Now you're falling open-hearted. Got your nose open wide, 'cause I let you come inside me. Ooh, didn't know you could do it. Thought the game of love was stupid. Now you're in love and so surprised, 'cause it's rearranged your mind. Now didn't you insist you'd put a limit on everything? And now that I've packed up my bags, you show up with a ring. It's funny 'cause it's all in the game of love. It's all in the game of love. All in the game, all in the game. Okay, so you heard it here first. That's what I'm working on in the studio. Aye. Neo Soul, we love you.
Hello, this is Henry Simmons, and I want to say what's up to Neo Soul. I'm giving all my love to Atlanta and everyone out there. God bless you.
What's up, ATL? This your boy Raheem back in the studio again with Neo Soul, throwing them deuces up, saying what's up. Yo, we got a grantastic show tonight. We got two cool cats on here. Talk about some works that they're doing, so just kind of sit back, relax, and unwind. Who we got first?
We got Darnell Anderson.
Darnell Anderson, what's up? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
What's good, man? CARLUS Houston.
CARLUS Houston. CARLUS with the U, right?
Yes, sir.
I remember that. Okay, CARLUS,
All
welcome
right.
to the show. So, let's get down to business. What is it that you do?
We're the filmmakers behind the feature film Losing Ground.
Okay.
We finished production earlier this year. We've been pushing forward. Right now we're shopping distribution. Just getting the word out, letting everybody see what the product is.
Right, okay. Okay, so how long have you been, this product is complete?
Right, it is complete. This is our first feature film.
All right, first feature film. So how did you manage to get involved into this film thing?
Well, me personally, I've been doing acting and doing stage plays since high school or before even that, but I was on a full scholarship for performing arts at Alabama A&M. And while I was there, a commercial agent saw me and started talking to me about doing commercials. I started doing commercials, did a couple of videos, and that's how I really moved over from stage plays to film. And then from there, it was just.
Cool. Roman, I think the word on the street has it that you do some poetry.
That is the word on the street.
That's the word on the street.
Oh, yeah?
That's, man, I don't tell people eat my name out the street. But yeah, I do spoken word. This movie Losing Ground is based on a spoken word piece that I wrote a couple of years ago. Okay. So that's the foundation of the movie.
Okay. Actually, we have a little excerpt here on one of your advertisements, Losing Ground. Everything starts with a thought. We can get a shot of that.
Right, that's the log line for the movie. Darnell and I wrote the movie together. We wrote it for me to act in it, to be the lead actor, and for him to direct it. That was one of the number one motivational factors to writing the movie. Okay. So he was the director, and I acted and produced it.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Now you act, you do stage plays, you write, you do poetry, which by the way we're gonna get a little bit of that into that, later on if you don't mind. Okay, if you can grace us with that, I'm sure the ladies will want to hear something. Right, and man, you just doing it all.
We pushed forward. Met Darnell in, I guess, 2001, and from that point on, kindred spirits in the sense of both of us had a passion. We both had, we loved this industry in the sense of what we do. We both love to write. We both love to see our visions manifested, and. So since we met in 2001, we've done several stage plays and videos and commercials, and we've done, this has been nonstop. So when it came down to write the movie, it was a no-brainer. Him and I sat down together, knocked it out, and as we pushed forward, it's just it's only a matter of time till it hits and we go even further.
I need for you to use your imagination. Pretend I'm your preacher and you're my congregation, because I want to give you an illustration that I pray will bring you revelation.
So, I'm just blowing money now, right?
It's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's exactly what you just said.
I'm just saying.
Just drop it!
I suggest you get yourself together.
A stunt like that would have gotten anybody else fired. But I know what you're capable of when you're focused.
Now, first I need to tell you, there's going to be some of you that come up here and grace this stage, but you got to be ready.
Life itself is just a breath. Waiting to exhale, we breathe out death, not understanding that once the clock stops ticking, there's nothing left.
You just don't get it.
It's not that simple.
Oh, now it's not that simple.
It's a real business. It takes real time, real money.
Come on in.
This is nice.
What about us?
There is no us. This was just business, remember?
As long as you try to keep this a secret, this trick got a handful of your manhood. And she's spinning them like the yin and the yang.
You gold digging.
Remember what I told you earlier? If you act right, no one has to know? Well, you're not acting right. It's just business, remember?
I said when!
I'm very proud of you brothers for doing that. You certainly inspiring me a lot. But back to that poetry thing. Can you grace us with a little something?
Please, grace. A little something, something.
Break it down, Shawty.
A little something, something. All right. I'll do a piece. The piece that the movie is based on is called movie Losing Ground. The piece is called Sin, and we're going to show that a little later. I'll do something different right now. This piece is called Nigga Please. Folk be asking me why I stay on my knees. And I be like, nigga, please. We seize social injustices the government tries to ease, but welfare is just a tease. And social reform leads back to the norm as we hear sideshow decrees by government officials paid off with big business cheese. And they wonder why I stay on my knees. Nigga, please. We got politicians swearing they're Christian just to get me to listen to their visions of the new world order as we close our border and ignore the slaughter happening on African soil. Yet we spend billions of dollars to save Iraqi and people from turmoil. Another Middle East country we fight to seize while Social Security benefits are put on freeze and nationwide layoffs because employers can't afford to pay employees. And they wonder why I stay on my knees. Nigga, please. Pictures of prisoners being abused finally hits the news and everyone's crying, it's not my fault. Not ashamed of what they did, just ashamed they got caught. And these seeds we sow only leads to more anguish and pain, not profit and gain, as schools ban all forms of praying. No more saying the Lord's Prayer, because an old white woman just didn't think it was constitutionally fair. Now kids don't care. And instead of books in their backpacks, they pack gats. And it's a fact that teachers now pack so they can shoot back. And this all stems from a lack of godly presence, the essence of everything that is. And I'm not pessimistic, but I foresee a future full of tears. We've got years of damage that has to be repaired. It's a shame when parents are now scared to chastise their own kid, afraid to discipline them for what they did. Little Johnny has the belt, and it's mom that ran and hid. We've opened a can of worms, and now we can't find the lid. Check it. Regardless of what the left wing or the right wing say, in God we trust, it's got to be more than just a cliche. That's why on my knees I stay, continuing to pray in great anticipation of that day that when we say, in God we trust, it'll truly be the American way. But until then, if you think I'm gonna get drafted to go fight in this here war, nigga, please.
Awesome, spectacular. That was awesome. And you know what? That was real poetry. I like that.
Thank you, sir.
I like that. You see, because you touched on various topics that we needed to be you know what I'm saying, apprising ourselves with the government. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get too far into that. But you hit home on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I was really feeling that. So I really appreciate that. At this point, if you don't mind giving for the camera, if you look into the camera, just kind of let the people back at home or whatever that's watching know how they can get in contact with you.
Okay.
Your email address or what have you. If you want to do a phone number, that's cool too, but I don't recommend it, but hey, that's you.
Again, the name of the movie is Losing Ground. It's the website is losinggroundthemovie.com. That's LOSINGGROUND, themovie.com. And from losinggroundthemovie.com, you can watch the trailer. You can see the behind-the-scenes making of the movie. We have a section called Current Events, where you can see all the write-ups that have been done on it. Several of the media sources have we had a press screening, so several media sources have written up different articles about us. You can also see what we have coming up.
I need for you to use your imagination. Pretend I'm your preacher and you're my congregation, because I want to give you an illustration that I pray will bring you revelation. Let's say I see this girl and I think she's fine. Thought crosses my mind of her and I spending some time just to wine and dine at her place or mine, then hang on the door, do not disturb sign. Now freeze. Please understand, if you can, at this point there's been no sin, but the process has begun. And how I handle this thought will determine the outcome. As I stand there, I begin to notice her physique from her head to her toes, and then our eyes meet and she lets me know with a smile and a wink that all things are possible. Approach her I would, and most Negroes would say I should, but I'm a married man and a Christian. But it's a nice thought to know that I could. So I leave with this thought running freely of how she smiled and winked at me, and the many, many possibilities. And occasionally as time passes by, I think of her and just what would have happened if I had given it a try. And it's funny how this thought is most prevalent in my life when there is strife between my wife and I. Like the other night, we got into a fight because money is tight and she spent too much at the mall. And I grabbed them receipts and the rest of that stuff and told her I was returning it all. And I thought about old girl on my way to the store and what it would be like if I wasn't married anymore. Then I got hit with a surprise when I walked through the door. All the could, would, and should that had crossed my mind now stood before me in the checkout line. I wanted to run, but I was stunned, and I had to think quick because here she come, but there was no need for me to drop a line. This girl wasted no time, gave me her digits, and didn't even ask for mine. And what had me tripping up in there was she saw my wedding band and didn't even care. And I couldn't get that number out of my memory. It kept hunting me, 472-3533. And then one day when temptation was strong, I called, praying the number was wrong. Don't let her be home, don't answer that phone. But she did. Told me she was all alone, invited me over to mount her throne. And after that, well, it's just the same old song. Now I go to her house again and again, and if you didn't know, now I'm living in sin. It started off conceptual, but now it's habitual, a ritual that has to end. And I've tried my best to tell her we gotta stop this mess, but every time I see her I fail the test. Then back to her house and, well, you know the rest. Because what once was lust is now lasciviousness. 10 years of marriage I've jeopardized. I try to cover my tracks by telling lies, and in my mind's eyes I see my baby's cries as I pack my bags and say goodbyes. I once had everything, now look what I got. My marriage is gone, my family is shot, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Then I lose my job because I can't focus. There's a 38 snub sitting on the nightstand. Next thing I know, it's in my hand. And one final thought before I bring it all to an end, of my family and my life destroyed by sin. Now by my own power that truly would be the end, but by redemption and forgiveness I was able to start again. Love opened my eyes to the lies, allowing me to see that my own works and tries could never devise the peace that I need. Now I believe that instead of work, I just have to receive. I never understood this until I knew the power of love.
So yeah, we've got some big things going on, and we're excited. We have a lot of choices ahead of us, like what Darnell said earlier, and that makes us feel better than anything. We have choices. We're not locked into a we've got to. Because we did produce it ourselves, then we don't owe anybody anything. We invested our own time and our own money. We made it happen with the blessings of so many individuals. I'm not saying that we did it alone, because there were so many people who came out to help us, from the actors and the cast and the crew. But we've pushing forward, and we've got some big things ahead of us.
Definitely. Losing ground. Everything starts with a thought. Remember that you heard it first right here on NeoSoul in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Raheem once again, reporting to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. These guys have taken a stand for themselves. They walk the walk. They certainly talk the talk. But it took a lot of trial and error for them to get to that point. So, to you all that's out in the TV lane, this internet lane, I encourage you to do your thing. If you feel that you have some talent and you really want to get out there, you want to put your talent out there, don't let nobody stop you. There were people who told me I couldn't do it. There were people who told me nobody would take me. But still, I put what they had to say aside. I jumped over it and I just, you know what I'm saying, just kind of just killed it. And I did me. And that's what it's all about. It's about you doing you. It's time for you to step up and take a stand. I'm a firm believer in this old cliche that says, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Once again, one more again, this is Raheem, live in Atlanta. Peace out.
Shut up, learn your workplace of business, bigger than competition. Yo, Farouk ain't what wishing, Farouk solid type, meaning we taking it. And if you up on the block, we breaking it.